The Malama Huli'ia has a mission statement that we're going to remove all the mangrove that has taken over this area, and by so doing, bring back the native Hawaiian vegetation and revitalize the park area. Make it better for everybody to use for fishing, playing, coming and picnicking at the park. I got involved because my next door neighbor, Steve Yee, is with the canoe club here, and they were having a lot of problems just kayaking up and down the river because the mangroves were closing it off. So he knew that I was an ecologist and was interested in stream restoration. So he came over and asked if I would help out. This mangrove will take over whole areas, and by the way it reproduces with the seedlings falling in the water and then landing in the mud, it can grow out and fill in the whole river. So the problem with this is that it fills in and closes off an entire river system. The mangrove doesn't grow naturally in Hawaii. It's coming from someplace else. Here, there is no Hawaiian mangrove system. So it's basically a desert or wasteland underneath the mangrove roots. And the mangrove produces a lot of leaves and a lot of seedlings which fall to the ground and rot. And when they rot, they take up all the oxygen in the mud. And so it becomes really a dead, wasteland, muddy area that nothing lives in. I feel that this is important to restore this area because so many of the plants and animals are used in Hawaiian cultural practices. And the area is used for fishing and for crabbing, which you cannot do when it's simply a mangrove thicket or mangrove swamp. So it's not just an environmental issue that we're working on, it's a cultural issue, and it's a community issue to revitalize this area, bring it back so that the whole community can use it for recreation, for subsistence fishing and gathering as they wish. We know how the mangrove reproduces, which is producing these floating seedlings that then land in the mud and start growing. It's our hope, or our goal, to remove all of them entirely, the whole river, all the way back up to Island School, the whole way, get rid of all of them so that they don't produce new seedlings that drift in. Once we get rid of the mangrove and open the area up, what we see coming back are a lot of the ground covers, native Hawaiian ai, native Hawaiian kuli kuli, and then we also see what the tall skinny stuff, makaloa, uki, ava, and these are the sedges, and they're coming in. But the other thing that happened is once we removed the mangrove, we saw that there were milo trees and other trees that were in amongst them, and they're coming back and growing now that the dense thicket of mangrove has been removed. This whole program, when we started, we realized it was a very large task even to remove from just a small area, and that we, the board of directors of Malama Huli'ia, 7 of us, could not possibly do it. So we began immediately to reach out to the community to help us out. And we've gotten a tremendous response from grade school kids to elementary school kids to high school to the community college, Rotary clubs, canoe clubs. And what we found is that everybody has a role to play in this, and any 2 hands or 1 hand is really helpful because we have so much material just to move out of the swamp area, and that we can't do it without the community support. Just doing 1 hand at a time, just moving things out, replanting, growing things at the schools.